Welcome back to Success Publishing's videocast. My name is Jessica Soto, and I am very excited to be here with one of our best-selling authors, Cyvill May Stewart. She has been on this journey and she has persevered and she has gotten out an amazing book. And I'm so excited to be shining light on her story today. So welcome, Cyvill. We're really excited to have you here.
Thank you,
Um, and
Jessica.
can you give our viewers just like a little dive into who Cyvill is, just like the cliff notes on who you are and what brought you here?
Hello, everyone. My name is Cyvill Stewart. I live in the prairies of Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. I am a single mom of two girls, and I was a medical surgical nurse, label controller. And when I got here in Canada, I tried different kind of job, basically any job that I could get to survive. I've been in a corporate world for a very long time now, and I absolutely love what I do, and I get to be used to be working from Mondays to Sundays, 3 to 4 or 5 jobs. But after I had my second baby, I realized that being the primary caregiver to small children is not always easy. And you're juggling your job and time and working on a set of schedule. It's kind of like overwhelming for me. So I
Mhm.
am new to online space and I'm trying to figure it out. And great part of it is that recently I just really realized that big aha moment for me is that when you're in online space, you don't really have to do it on your own because you have the successful people inspiring you all the time and helping you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Um, and then also before we really dive into your story and what brought you here, can we see that new book of yours, that shiny
Absolutely.
book with your face?
I'm still shaking when I hold it. Here we
That
go.
is awesome. Unwavering Success with Cyvill May Stewart. I love it. Here, bring it up just a little bit so we can see you.
Here we
That's amazing. How did it feel to open that up in the mail and get that?
go. So sure and real. Um I was shaking when I first opened it. I can't believe that I'm an author.
Mhm.
So I'm even still shy to say that I'm author, but yeah, I'm an author and I'm so proud of what I have done as a legacy for my kids.
That's awesome. Yeah, like, leaving a legacy for our kids is like the big thing. Like that's what we're doing all this for is for the future so that it can continue on. That's awesome. So, can you give us a little bit more background on who you are and what really brought you to becoming an author? Like why becoming an author was part of your story and the next step for you?
The reason why I really decided this journey in the very first place, this is way back last year, is that I wasn't really happy with the outcome of myself of coming home tired from work and only getting little time to spend with my family. So I've been living in basements for mostly all of my years here in Canada, and from moving one place to another every year until big great things happen, and then it life gave me those circumstances, setbacks, failures, and I live in a shelters with my two girls and became homeless and still live in a shelter again. And then it's just so different kind of environment that I have recently. So the truth is I struggled for many years trying to
Mhm.
find the real doorway to success, but it's never really too late to change the direction of my life, and whether I just wanted to feel better, more connected, I want to learn how to feel more relax and breathe, and it's so possible if I try. So I've never think that I'll be an author, but I love writing. Ever since I was a student, I love taking notes when my teacher are
Mhm.
um, teaching us, and I love writing down whatever they say. I don't want to miss anything. I think that's where all it started. And when I spoke to Steve, um, he asked me what kind of legacy you wanted to build for your children, and I couldn't think of any, seriously, because there's no millionaire in our family, and I'll be the first one.
Mhm.
So I said, I want to be an author. I want to write something that they could use even if I'm gone in this world already, and something that will build their generational future.
Yeah, yeah, I love I mean, how you're talking is a lot of what went into your chapter, how, these circumstances came and these setbacks came, but you don't let them hold you back. You use them to propel you forward. So, can you tell us a little bit more about just a tiny hint of the struggle that you talk about in your chapter and what you hope readers will get out of that?
I always believe that every one of us always have this different kind of settings of environment. It could be we are surrounded by family, we are surrounded by friends, we grew up with our relatives, or we grew up with the people that we knew that we never had the childhood experience of. So every environment that we have affects us internally and externally. So I I failed so many times, but it won't let me stop me because my life didn't change for over a decade, and I really don't want to settle for a mediocre life and future. And same thing as with my children. I have two girls, and I want a brighter future for them. So right now, I am actually preparing my future by having this book and
Mhm.
sharing my story and having setting my big goals and write it down and do what works for me and share my message to everybody that it's not really too late. If you did not make it on your 20s, then on your 30s. If you didn't make it
Mhm.
on your 30s, then on your 40s. And if you didn't
Yeah,
make it in your 40s, then on your 50s. So I decided to change my life and invest on my own growth.
that's awesome. And so why was now? Because if you've had struggles here and there and you've had setbacks and then you come back, what made now the exact time to step into this authority and become an author to help you propel forward into the future?
I always ask myself, what is my purpose? Why am I, or why am I put in this planet?
Mhm.
What are the things that I love to do and what makes my heart sing? And I've
Mhm.
been trying to figure out all the things that I could do. When you become a mom, your perspective of everything, it's just changed
Mhm.
drastically. Not just 360 degrees, but 480 degrees for me.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm so committed to do my daily assignments to make my kids' future brighter. Not just them, but generational future. As I speak, and I I want to be responsible of my own thoughts, be the leader that I wanted to be. I want to
Mhm.
be better, do better, and have better. But it always starts here. I
Mhm.
I want to improve the situation of my family, fill my cup so that I can help fill others. And that's, I always wanted to have certainty, diversity, significance, and meaningful contribution, and to feel like I'm making a difference. So today, right now, right at this moment, to whoever is listening right now, please don't get stuck in your circumstances. Make a difference, go out there, be comfortable of being uncomfortable, and there will be no perfect time. So now is the right time.
Yeah, yeah, I really like how you talk about that in your chapter and how you cover a lot of mindset and being able to overcome things and how you can look at one thing in two different ways and it's your choice to choose which direction you're going to go in. So how has stepping into this identity as an author changed the way you feel about yourself?
Um I always ask myself, how would you feel if you got the end of your life and had never fulfilled your purpose? So often regret what we didn't do, not what we did. So
Mhm.
for me, regret can harm our physical, mental, and emotional health. So it can take the joy out of your life. Um, it's never really too late to pursue your purpose and surround yourself with people who value you, like my author's family,
Mhm.
support you and believe in you and praise you for who you are, not just really for what you do, and treat you like as a family their own. So
Mhm.
always find out how you can wake up every day knowing that you are making difference with your unique contribution, because you might really be surprised of what you discover.
Yeah. Yeah, even if just one person hears it and changes their life, you never know how that explodes out into the world. That's awesome. What was the biggest or the best surprise out of this author experience for you?
Everything, everything that is happening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it leads me to lots of open doors open for me, TV guesting. Now I have an article with one of Asia's week magazine here in Saskatoon. Book will
Awesome.
be available in a local famous bookstore. I got people who truly cares for me that I did not even think of. Maybe because when I became a mom, I don't want to use the word busy, but your world is constricted to your little family, and then you
Mhm.
just don't care about the real world. But there's lots of people reaching out and wanted to buy the book and hear your story and excited to read
Yeah.
the chapter. It just feels so amazing that you are not alone in this world. There are lots of people that who can relate to your story, and I do believe that everybody has their own story to tell. You are the
Mhm.
unique person who owns that story, and the only person that who can tell that story. So it's
Yeah.
been a great
Oh,
experience being working with you guys. And
yeah, and same with you. And so now that you have this book out in the world and you're getting into bookstores and you're getting into publications and you're, having people reaching out to you, what do you think is next for you?
um I always wanted to tell to everyone that the biggest reason individuals struggle to see results, whether in their business life, relationship, or work, is they're afraid of other people's opinion.
Mm,
So instead of putting themselves out there and sharing who they are and what they do authentically with the world, they always keep themselves small, silent, and safe, which of
mhm,
course means they can't make the connection they need to build a anything that they dream of. But I know that you're not most people, so chances are whoever is listening know what I'm talking about right now. So it nags you for days, consuming every waking moment completely, that totally derails you. And after, like, as for myself, I feel so paralyzed. I just can't bring out myself out there to show up and reach out to people, having this fear of getting more hurtful and everything that I felt in my life. What I want for people is hope.
mm,
Hope that they could see the light, that when you hide yourself away from haters or people who hurt you or caused you the pain, you're letting them keep you and your dreams small.
mhm.
So I really wanted this belief to transfer to them. If literally I could just go, here's the belief, here's the belief, here's the belief. I really wanted to build something meaningful to the world. I always tell myself that my responsibilities is not limited to being as a mom, but to all the women in the world and to all the families in the world, that you're always going to bump up against people who don't see things the way you do and try to tear you down. But you know what? You
Mhm.
can't change that. But you can break down the limiting red light stories that you're telling yourself about what that means and shift into way more empowering beliefs. And in other words, you can't just change other people, but you can change who you are in relation to them. So I know you have greatness in you, and it's in your hands. It's in your
Yeah.
just right in
Oh.
front of you. Grab it, embrace it, and feel all the emotions in it.
Yeah. Oh, I love that, Sybil. It has been so nice chatting with you about your book and your life and your beliefs. I know that this book is going to reach so many people and it's really going to change their mindset that, different little snippets will catch different people in different parts of your chapter. And it's just going to help them, open up their mind and make the impact that they were born to make. And that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
I
And I can't wait to see many more of your interviews and guest spots as this author journey continues for you.
I'm so happy and grateful for you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Words are not enough.